back with Kortney and Dave now, who are the masters of flip. You're really just killing life. I mean, you're doing great with the renovating, doing great with the kids.
Come here more often,
right?
This is like really good for
Prop
our
you
ego.
up. That's what we do in Canada. Let's take a look at another project. This one's a real stunner. So once again, it's the kitchen, and we know that great things can happen in a kitchen, but the issue was you wanted to keep that natural light coming in from the back of the house.
That's right. That was really the only thing that we liked about this kitchen initially.
Look at what
so that's
they
what we
did.
we took down a wall in this case, and then it added all new windows. And you were on board. You actually agreed with me right from the start on this one.
We had a deal on windows.
Made a deal. Made a deal.
There you go.
I love it. I think it looked amazing. And the exterior as well. We have a shot of how it looked when they first walked up to that home and how it looked after they got their little hands on it.
I even doubted
Look at
us
the color.
on this because we did kind of like a funky trim color as the accent, but because it was a stone house, somehow it just kind of worked.
It worked.
You know, you want to try new things all the time. It's just paint. I would say this. It's just paint.
I know, but it takes painters time to paint it if you do the wrong color.
Don't be so negative.
Well, it's funny that you say that because you guys are in a situation where you're constantly making decisions together. So you work together, you play together, you raise children together, and every couple sort of has to learn how to fight.
Yes, we haven't figured that out yet.
You're still working on that one.
We're still working on that.
Work in progress.
People have different fighting skills, right? Like
do.
some people want to communicate right away. Some people want to leave it alone. Like, let's just leave this and we'll deal with it a bit later.
Ignore it, it goes away.
Right.
We have to meet in the middle, and I'm not going to make this a therapy session right now, but no.
This is just water, right?
it's just water.
Too bad.
No, we've come a long way in that because we do work together and we play together, but every day is a fresh start, and that's kind of how we go about it. So everything from the previous night, it's not perfect all the time. Sometimes we do take it home with us, and we shouldn't. So we don't want everybody to think, oh gosh, they've got this down. We don't have this down. Sometimes we argue and it extends.
I have my stuff down.
It's all her, right?
We work through it. Darn it.
She's trying.
Well, what's interesting is that when you're getting on each other's nerves and there's cameras there, that can exacerbate everything. Like I always say, if my husband and I were ever on The Amazing Race, there'd be whole episodes of silence. Like it would just be so awkward.
That doesn't make for good television.
It does not get, or maybe it's amazing television. I don't know.
We have a whole lot. We probably have a lot of scenes where Kortney and I are going, don't talk to me like that right now. We're mic.
Right,
There's
right.
silence. Like we're trying to mime it to each other that everyone can hear it.
Everyone knows.
You know.
Everyone knows.
No, it has all worked out in the end. Sometimes we take it home with us, but our rule is to try and deal with it in the moment, and then once the kids are there, it's sort of now we're in family mode.
Totally. It's all good.
It's all good.
Take a look at this shot of you two with your 3 kids. So how old are they?
Oh my gosh, Jet is almost 12 now. This is a couple of years ago. Sully is 9, and Lennox turns 7 tomorrow.
Unbelievable.
Crazy, yes.
Beautiful. So you had your 2 sons, and then you said, I want to adopt. Was it always in the plans for you two to adopt?
Very much so. Actually, on our first date, before Jet and Sully, obviously, I was like, listen, I really want to adopt one day. If this is a problem for you, just tell me now.
You said that on the first date?
That was a good first liner, you know?
Wow, so you were really serious about it to mention that on the first date.
I wanted to adopt at some point in my life.
Yeah.
And I was like, if we have kids, great, biologically, that's fine, but at some point, and after we were very fortunate in getting pregnant.
2 times.
2 times very fast.
Yeah.
And then right after Sully was born, what did I say?
Leave. Never come near me again. Something like that.
No, I said, it's time to start the process. And I was like, I still had Sully, you know, I was still nursing Sully. He's like, are you kidding me? Because boys, they don't think that far ahead. They just don't. I was like, it could take a couple of years. And it did. It took us a couple of years, and we had a failed adoption in there.
That's so heartbreaking.
It was, but you know what? When we had Lennox, I remember asking Dave, like, what would you say to the first birth mother? And he said, I'd say thank you, because everything worked out the way it was supposed to.
It led you to where you were supposed to be. And now you've got Lennox. She is
and we've had her since birth.
Absolutely adorable. You had her from birth. You even said you nursed her.
I did. I nursed Lennox.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That is incredible that that can happen. And I mean, I think it's beautiful that you got your family of 2. You got your boys and your girls. So we saw a picture of Daddy with your daughter. We see you with your 2 sons in this picture here, Kortney.
Who are mini-me's.
They're little mini yous. Adorable. And then we see pictures of your shoes. So I want to talk a little bit about fashion.
I love talking fashion. That's a whole other segment.
Right?
So do I.
But there is a mix between decor and fashion. Sorry, Dave. There's a real mix between decor and fashion, and you've got that sense. We see it in a lot of your designs, in a lot of the homes. But you've got this thing. Is it just for shoes, or is it fashion in general?
I think it's fashion in general, but shoes, I have a shoe closet. So when we renovated our old Victorian house, I made like a whole closet. So
room.
Yes, and so it's always fun. Oh yeah, that was actually taken in my closet.
Gorgeous.
Those are really uncomfortable, but they're cute, so they're worth it.
Talk to
They
me,
are as
sister.
uncomfortable as they look.
Yeah, no, tell me about it. But they look phenomenal.
They look phenomenal, and he can carry me around.
Yeah, there you go. That's what
My
Dave's
shoes are
here for.
comfortable, but they don't look very good.
That's the trade-off,
That's how we
you
work.
see.
Yeah.
We've got fans of yours here in Canada that wanted to ask you a couple of questions. Okay, we've got tons of fans of yours across the country, but two of your youngest are siblings. It's Samuel, who is 8 years old, and Grace, who is 7 years old. They're from the Waterloo area, which is outside of Toronto.
Yeah.
So Grace's question is for you, Kortney. How come after you pick a house and make it so pretty, you do not want to live in it?
I do want to live in it.
Maybe you can explain to her the whole
What's her
concept
name?
of, this is Grace.
Grace, oh my goodness, Grace. Well, you know what? I actually do want to live in the house, Grace, and poor Dave won't let me.
That's a lie, Grace.
Grace, it's all his fault. No, but it is true that every time we complete a house,
Yeah.
I actually like one of the elements enough that I want to change my own house. So
Yeah.
much to Dave's dismay, we are always changing colors and furniture and stuff. And see this smile?
Yeah.
That's his excitement.
That's my excitement smile.
So excited about that. Okay, this one's from Samuel. He actually has a compliment for you, Dave.
Whoa.
He loves your hats. And he loves
Thank
when you
you.
bring out the diggers. He loves the
The
excavators.
diggers. Well,
Keep them coming.
it's my favorite part of the job too.
Yeah.
Not the hats, the diggers.
Yes.
And there's going to be some new stuff coming out and coming up soon.
Well, I love that.
we have some new projects that are doozies, so
They needed bigger machines.
they needed bigger machines.
Then
I
they'll be
just
happy.
love the fact that you two Canadians are doing so fantastic in the States, and you come home to visit us every once in a while. You got to come back again.
Oh,
but
we
we are
will.
wishing you even more luck and blessings in the years ahead. You're doing great.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Give them a big round of
And thanks for
applause.
all your
Susan.
support.